O'Brien.
Hi, folks. Basil Chapman, sitting for Tom O'Brien. I do the 10 o'clock Tiger Financial News Network's morning. This is Tommy O'Brien does the morning market update. And I come in with the Tiger Technicians Hour at 10 o'clock. So 9 o'clock we start. 10 o'clock I come in. My service here is the opening call daily newsletter. And let me just go through the market right now. Dow's up 187. It got repelled at that inside track repellent zone. Remember these two dashed lines, these two diagonal lines. I call them inside track repellent, propellant zone, and very often price goes into it and then pulls back, into it and pulls back, and eventually you want to see it break out, or on the upside it breaks down and then you want to see it break upside. So what we're looking at here is the same thing in the weekly chart, and that just tells me we've got a lot of resistance up in the 40 for the Dow, 47,000 area. Certainly 46,800 to 900 is going to be some kind of resistance that we're going to monitor closely. If the Dow goes above 47,300 in October, anytime in October, that is very impressive. I think it's stuck in a range. So stuck in a range. I think it's easiest if I talk to you in terms of the market, just in terms of my opening call, daily newsletter, in terms of our positions. We are still long. The Dow, we are long from the April low, three times long position that's left. But in the meantime, we have trading positions. And I felt yesterday it was important to see some kind of break to the upside, but we did buy a 2 times short position this morning because I think that there is upside resistance. And I think we're looking at a multiple market moving sectors here. So I'm looking at it, I'm saying that this is going to be a very interesting market because the Dow has been struggling a little bit. Yes, it popped to a new all-time high, 3 fantastic winners the other day, but at the same time did pull back. But I'm looking at this rotation through the different sectors, and I think there are different economies as well. I'll get to that in a moment. So we are very short-term, short with a tight stop. We can get taken out. I don't care because the principle of the whole thing is for our what I call portfolio, if this market moves higher, I'll get out of that Dow because the positions that we have that were doing fantastically and then had a pretty sharp pullback, same as the gold, just a very sharp pullback, will rally very sharply, and that's exactly what we're seeing today. So that kind of savors us. I'd much prefer to be in the long positions than to try to keep anticipating the short position by going very short and getting out of many positions. Okay, got that covered. So now let's go through. We got the QQQ, which is trading up very nicely today, up 5.51 at 611.01. 613.18 was the high of just 3 sessions ago. Can it take it out? It's looking very much like it wants to take it out, and that'll start a leg D in the monthly chart. I don't know if I've got time for this, but in the Chapman methodology, we always try to identify the lowest low, see if we can get a rising trend, and as soon as the trend is confirmed rising, it goes from a buy signal to a buy mode, and what we're looking for is peak A, peak B, peak C, and peak D. The fourth highest peak is where other things can happen. It can have an instant restart. There was an instant restart. Within 3 bars, it makes a higher high that can go to another series of highs. So what we're looking at here is if this goes higher above 612.80 to 81, that will start peak A, peak B, and then a C. And I'll do in my show tomorrow, the Tiger Technicians Hour, where we do I do things in greater detail based on the Chapman wave methodology. I'll discuss the rectangle, the arch formation, and how we've still got rising highs that can go to a peak D just under, right on, or just above the previous high. So this is still very good action. IWM actually been improving all day. It's at the high of the day, almost 364, 246.97. This is really important. A technique that I have is if prices go down sharply, but the 9 period, that green line holds above the 14, watch out, because when it goes back up, it's like a spring-loaded move. It pushes right up and it can test the left side high or go even higher, which this did. So I'm watching this one very closely. It's doing very nicely right now. Let's go to the semiconductors. Very important. Needed to see them rally today. They were acting quite poorly fully. Now they're up 7.15 at 345.79. So this is that rectangle. It's in the upper part of the rectangle, leg E in the all-time highs in the weekly chart. And monthly charts, all of the monthly charts are still looking fantastic. If I have a chance in the final segment of the show, I'll talk about monthly charts if I can get a reminder here. Monthly charts. All right. Next thing I want to look at here is you've got crude oil. Now let's go to gold. So the GDX is up quite sharply. It's up $1.16 at 74.11. It went down to this Chapman Wave inside wedge target support line yesterday. It just nicked it, and now it's bouncing up. That's really important because the 9-period moving average crossed negative. So there's a lot of work to be done for the gold, the GDX to push back up again. So we are still long our gold position, taking a lot off. We just got a core position and just want to see where it goes next, whether we add to it or not. If you're looking at silver, silver's also come down sharply and then had a nice rally today. Not as good, but up $1.14 at 48.82. I do want to go to bonds just for a moment. Our bonds are trading down 18-30 seconds. The TLT has gone to a peak D. Remember, we were talking about those peak Ds. It went to a peak D. It's pulling back a little bit, but the arch leaning over in the TBT, which is the inverse, has gone to a low. So rates are going lower. So let me just go to this. I don't want to run out of time. Crude oil, very big move today. So crude oil went right to the 200-period exponential moving average. It stopped dead in its tracks at 62.12. It went to 62.20 just above, but now it's below. If it can close tomorrow anywhere in the 62.78 area, no, 78 area, that'll be very good action. That could, in fact, start to disturb the market maybe next week, but so far, so good. All right, a couple of things I want to talk about. People had asked about the sectors like Robinhood, HOOD, trading right now up 8.12 at 135.41. That sounds great. Do you know that this came down from 153.86 down to 120.88, and now it's having a really good rally. Is this a start to a move up in these stocks that were so badly hurt? Yes, GE. Look at that. Makes an all-time high, 316.53. Doji, long-legged Doji candle pulls back. I should mention that we are still long, small positions in Robinhood and GE. But look at this move here. Can it get into the 312 area? That'll be important if it can do that next week. But if it fails to do that, it could stall right here. I'll be back in a moment. This is Basil Chapman sitting for Tommy O'Brien. This is the Tom O'Brien Show. I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've